In this video, you're going to learn how to write an arithmetic sequence formula when you're only given two terms in that arithmetic sequence. We're going to go through three examples together. Let's dive into the first example. So here they're telling us that the third term in this arithmetic sequence is 9, and then the sixth term is 21. So there's a couple different ways to do this. I mean, you could diagram it out. You could say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The third term is 9. And the sixth term is 21. But what we're trying to figure out is, what are we doing to get to the next term? Now, with arithmetic sequences, we know that we're adding or subtracting the same common difference, the d value, to get to the next term. So one way to do this is you could say, well, I'm adding the common difference once, twice, 3 times. So I could say 9 plus 3d equals 21. That's one way to do it and solve for d. Once you find d, you could then subtract or do the opposite to get back to the first term, okay? That's one way. The other way I like to do it is I like to use this explicit formula right here for arithmetic sequences and write a system of equations. So let me see if I can show you that method. So what you would do is you'd say, well, the third term is 9, so that's a sub 3 is 9. The first term we don't know. The common difference we don't know. And then n is 3, so 3 minus 1 is 2. Now for the sixth term, we know the value is 21. We don't know the first term in the sequence. We don't know the common difference, but 6 minus 1 is going to give us 5. So now what we're going to do is we're going to solve for a, 1, and d just using the substitution or elimination method. So what we could do is we could subtract these equations. We could say 9 minus 21 is negative 12. a1 minus a1 is 0. Those cancel. 2d minus 5d is negative 3d. Then if I divide both sides by negative 3, you can see that our common difference is equal to 4. Same thing over here. If you were to do that, you would get d equals 4. But now if you take 4 and you put it back in to either one of these equations, I'll just put it right here. That's going to give us 9 equals a1 plus 4 times 2, which is 8. If we subtract 8 from both sides, the first term is equal to 1. So now we have everything we need to write our explicit formula. So we say a sub n equals a sub 1, which is 1, plus d, which is our common difference, 4, times n minus 1. You could leave it like that, or if you want to reduce a little bit, this would be 4n minus 4, which comes out to 4n minus 3 equals a sub n, and that's will take you to any term. Sometimes I like to test it out. So if I put 6 in, that's 4 times 6, 24, minus 3, 21. It matches. So let's look at another example. Now, if you're getting the hang of this, you might want to try number 2 on your own, and we'll go through it together. We're given the second term is 7. The fifth term is negative 2. How do we write a formula for this arithmetic sequence? Well, I'm going to do the same thing I did over here. I'm going to say that the fifth term is negative 2. I'll start with this one. I don't know the first term. I don't know the common difference, but 5 minus 1 gives us 4. If I work with this second term here, which is 7, I don't know the first term in the sequence. I don't know the common difference, but 2 minus 1 gives us 1. So now if I subtract, the a1s are going to cancel. Negative 2 minus 7 is negative 9. 4d minus 1d is equal to 3d. If I divide both sides by 3, our common difference is negative 3. So now all I have to do is plug that back into either one of these equations. 7 equals a1 plus negative 3 times 1. That's negative 3. If I add 3 to both sides, our first term is going to be 10. So now we've got the common difference and the first term. We can write our explicit formula. So that's going to be what? That's going to be a sub n equals a sub 1, which is 10, plus negative 3, or you could say minus 3, times n minus 1. Now if I distribute, negative 3n plus 3, and if I combine like terms, negative 3n plus 13 is equal to a sub n. And again, I like to check it sometimes, like say, for example, if I put in a 5, that'd be negative 15 plus 13, which is negative 2. It matches. Let me erase the whiteboard. Let's do one last example. See if you can do this last example. We've got the third term is 1/3. The sixth term is 7/3. How can we write an explicit formula to find any term in this arithmetic sequence? Well, let's go ahead and write a system of equations again. So we've got the sixth term is 7/3. We don't know the first term. We don't know the common difference. But again, 6 minus 1 here will give us 5. And then for the third term, we know that's 1/3. We don't know the first term. We don't know the common difference. 3 minus 1 is 2. So if we subtract these two equations, you can see the A1s are going to cancel. 7/3 minus 1/3 is 6/3, which is 2. And then 5d minus 2d is 3d. So if we subtract, not subtract, but divide by 3 to get d by itself, we can see that d is equal to 2/3. We can plug that back into either one of these equations. Let's just do that one right there. So 1/3 is equal to A1 plus 2/3 times 2, which gives us 4/3. And if we subtract 4/3, that gives us negative 3/3, which is negative 1. So now we've got the first term, we've got the common difference. We can write our formula. So we've got a sub n equals a sub 1, which is negative 1, plus our common difference, which we said was 2/3, times n minus 1. If we distribute, we get 2/3 n minus 2/3. And negative 1 is like negative 3/3, plus negative 2/3 is negative 5/3. And that's our explicit formula. That'll take us to any term. So great job if you were able to follow these three examples. If you want more practice working not just with these types of problems, but other types of sequence and series problems like finding the sum of the series, or writing things in summation notation, or writing recursive formulas, etc., I put a comprehensive review together for you in that video, going over concepts with sequence and series. I'll see you in that video. We'll get some more practice.